Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Chloe with Rooted Dog Training, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what to expect after your boarding training program with us, or your dog's boarding training program, I should say, your dog's day. Anyways, you want to make sure that you're fully prepared and know what to expect when you take your dog home, what your dog's doing here, what they've learned, how you can implement everything they've learned and have continued success, right? That's super important. So let's dive into it. Make sure you watch this video all the way through in its entirety. I know it may be a little bit long, but please make sure that you do this, as this will be super, super important and helpful to your overall success, and especially for you to understand what's going to take place in your go home sessions. Okay, so super, super important. Watch it all the way through. Okay, so first off, we know you're super excited and you want and you're eager to take your dog home and see all the new skills that your dog has learned and just get ready to enjoy your new life with your dog. Okay, so but we want you to remember why you brought your dog here, what your life was like beforehand. And first off, let me commend you for being the responsible dog owner that you are, for bringing your dog here and attacking these issues to make sure that your dog has a really wonderful life and that you can have a wonderful life as well with your dog, okay? It's a very important part of being a responsible dog owner, and you have done it. So good on you, congratulations, and I can't wait to share everything with you. Okay, but before you can have continued success, we want to make sure that your mindset is correct and prepared for what you're going to experience now with your dog on a day-to-day basis. Now, the reason why we have continued success, or I should say such big results or dramatic results, depending on what kind of dog you got, but the reason why we're able to have such success is because of the lifestyle change that your dog receives as soon as they arrive. As soon as we get that leash from you, everything has changed, okay? They receive massive amounts of structure, a lot of permission-based training, and just overall rules and accountability. Okay, and these are the things that really flip the switch in your dog's mind so that we can get that on-off switch, that really connection with the dog, between handler and dog, right? Super, super important. And this can't just stop when you take your dog home. It has to be something that continues. Now, we do all the messy work and we teach your dog the things so that they can continue, but in order for them to really make some drastic changes in their life, this needs to be something that you continue. I like to liken it, I mean, a lot of trainers do, we like to liken it to rehabilitation, because that's truly what it is. Your dog came here into a rehabilitation program, okay? Now, much like an addict goes into rehab for detox and to learn new skills on how to live a life without the addiction issues, okay? Your dog comes here on how to learn how to be calm, how to change their mindset, how to connect with people, how to listen, how to please their humans, and how to be fulfilled because they have needs too. You know, when we take on our dogs, it's not all about us, right? We're bringing a wild, in the sense, an animal into our home, a predator into our home, and they need fulfillment too. So we need to make sure that we understand how to fulfill their lives as well as how they can fulfill ours, okay? This is in a sense, a partnership program, and they really need us to help them get through this phase in their life. So just like addicts need good influences, so does your dog in order to have continued success. So you, as their leader, as their pet parent, whatever you want to call it, you have a continued responsibility to make sure that you hold them accountable to those rules, boundaries, limitations, all those new things that are going to be new routines in the dog's life. They need to make sure that you're going to be there for them so that they can have that success that you want, that you wanted to create. Remember that, okay? So be prepared. This will require, sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. So be prepared to make that shift in your daily routine. And this has to be consistent with everyone in your household. So if you're a single person, you got no one else, then it'll be a bit easier. But if you have a family or you have other people in your life, such as pet sitters, dog walkers, nannies, cleaning ladies, maybe your parents, whoever comes and visits the house regularly, but especially those living in the house together, we want to make sure that they're all on the same page and that they can offer the same information and guidance to the dog, okay? Because that's super, super important that everyone do that. So make sure that everyone understands this and everyone watches this video as well, because that will overall really help your dog, okay? So let's set them up for success and not set them back to old bad habits, okay? Super, super important. Now, before we meet, you will receive, along with this video, right, some paperwork, some different materials, probably in PDF, maybe a video or two regarding tools like the e-collar, maybe the prong collar. It depends on what we prescribe for your dog. So please review all those materials. It is super important to your overall success. You're going to hear me say that a lot, right? Already I have. But it's just super, super important, okay? So please review all these materials, as they will be very helpful to you in being prepared to take your dog home and learn better through this process. Because in our go home sessions, we're going to talk more about the tools, more about how to use your body, your energy, your voice, you know, all the little things we're going to talk more about in detail when you come here. But if you prepare yourself ahead of time, then you're going to learn even better and be able to really take in the information better when you're here and actually working with your dog. Okay, the more times we learn something, right, the better it really sticks in our brain. So that's why I really need you to review those things. So please do so, and for as many in the household that can do that, maybe do it as a family family night, I don't know. As a family thing, you know, watch the videos together, review the materials together, all that kind of good stuff, and you'll be even more successful, okay? So one thing I do want to point out, when you do come, I know you're going to be excited and, you know, want to rush your dog and, you know, have cuddles and kisses and, you know, have this really dramatic session, right, of love. While we get that, we want to make sure that we stay calm and kind of keep the focus on me and really be ready to learn rather than have a cuddle session, okay? I know it'll be hard, but here's why I need you to do that. Now, when you sent your dog here to us, you wanted you had certain expectations and you wanted certain issues to be resolved. Now, the reason why we got that is because all of that structure and that accountability that we gave the dog. So if you come in and we immediately go back to old habits, then your dog's just going to want to do that as well, right? They're going to want to think, oh, okay, well, I just go back to what life used to be. You know, these past weeks, you know, don't really matter. It's over. It's done. I can just, you know, be what I want to be, do what I want to do. Because, you know, mom and dad are here, right? So we want to make sure that immediately when they see you, they realize absolutely nothing has changed, right? They're still going to be held accountable. They're still going to have to follow through with what they've been taught. Okay, they're going to have to use those new skills in order to continue to be that new dog that you want and that they need to be, right, in order to be a better, healthier dog, okay? So let's make sure that they'll get super excited. We kind of hold back the excitement and just come in and be the calm, confident leader that your dog really needs you to be, okay? So please expect that. And then once you get here, we'll talk about all the things, all the new skills, how to use the tools, and all that good stuff. So just come in and focused and ready to learn. Be prepared and, you know, bring questions if you got them. I absolutely welcome that, and we'll focus on everything that you need to know. Okay. Now that first day, that first go home session, each session will last about 60 to 90 minutes, just depends, but no longer than 90 minutes. And we'll do mostly interior work for that first session, and we'll cover all the things that I talked about. We'll do some drills and talk about the tools and whatnot. And the reason why we don't send you home with a dog in the first day is because we really want you to go home and process all the information and really take it in, and not overwhelm you too much. We want you to really, you know, get the stuff and sink it in, and that'll really help you to learn better. So when you go home, think about everything. You know, maybe you'll come up with questions when you get home, so write them down and bring them the following day. The second go home session will be about the same amount of time. We'll do some review and make sure that everything's clear, everything's understood, and then do some outdoor work, including, you know, recall and the walk, you know, all that kind of good stuff, and tackle any other issues that we may want to address with your individual dog. All right, and we do realize that your dog is an individual. Of course, that is super, super important to understand. So there may while we have, a kind of like a standard, a general, rule to follow during our training programs, we do tailor a lot of things when it comes to individual dogs, because they have different personalities and they have specific needs, or maybe their breed, requires certain things to learn, or it needs to be fulfilled. So we'll go over that with you to make sure that you understand how you can best serve your dog. Okay? What else? I think that's about it. So in review, I got all my little notes here, all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure I cover everything. Okay? So be prepared. Watch all the things that I send you. Read everything that I may send you. And overall, I really just want you to be prepared to continue this commitment that you made when you brought your dog. Okay? Don't let this be a waste. All right? And I don't think you will, or else you wouldn't have come to me, because I really want you to have a lifetime of success with this dog and any future dogs that you will have, right? These things are going to help you with any other dog that you have. Really, it will. So please come in with the mindset that, things are going to change. They just are. And while change can be scary sometimes, it really is a huge opportunity to grow. And I like to think of it as really a gift, right? The more challenges that we face, the better people that we become, okay? So now this isn't going to be some huge dramatic change in your life. For most, it's not, crazy, overwhelming. As like I said, I don't want to scare you from it. But it will require day-to-day, routines and, follow through with everything that your dogs learn. So you may have to make some changes in those schedules, and you may have to pull together as a family and really communicate and make sure that everyone's on the same page. So be ready for that. That this isn't just some magic trick. Your dog goes home perfect and you don't have to do anything ever again. Your dog's just going to do everything perfect. Okay? It's not how that works. And I know you're smart enough to understand that. Okay? It should be pretty much common sense, right? They're animals. They're, they have their own personalities and they can make decisions. So you just really want to be prepared to make those changes and make sure that you continue the accountability with your dog and hold them to it. Hold them to it, because they can do it, right? They've learned the skills, so they can do it. Another thing I want to make sure I mention before we sign off is that as many people as you can get here that are live in your household is really, really important, and will help you have continued success with your dog, because the more people that interact with your dog on a regular basis is going to affect the way your dog improves, okay, or has follow through. So if one person, is there regularly and they're not doing the things, your dog is going to start kind of deviating off of the new pattern that they've learned, right? Then they're going to deviate from the skills that they've learned and maybe start challenging you more, and you're going to struggle more. So if you have a nanny, pet sitter, like I mentioned kind of before, all the family members, that sort of thing, make sure that they can be here, even if they don't get to physically participate, because there's only, so much time we have, and I don't have like this huge party house. Okay. So let's just, if they can be here, please, allow them to be here, make sure that they can be, make sure we carve out time for that, because this is a great opportunity for everybody to be involved and learn. So do that. If you need to make sure it's okay for certain people, please feel free to ask and let us know. If you have more than, let's say, 4 people, if you can just let us know, that way we can be prepared to better, be better, better hosts. Okay, make space for you, that sort of thing. So yeah, so I hope that's helpful. Be ready, be calm when you arrive. Don't be overly excited, because that's not gonna help your doggy. Okay, I hope that's good. I think that's it. Yes, I think we're good. I think you're ready. Go review all those materials, and we can't wait to see you. And I know your dog is gonna do excellent when they get home with you. So bye for now. We'll talk to you soon.